Good morning, good morning. I don't know about you guys, but I love mornings. I love waking up and being able to share. This is just the way I start my days. I journal. And how many of you journal? For me, it is my conversation with God. It's my way to get my day going, to really put in my mind and in my heart what my day has in store for me, right? How I need to line things up and making sure that I'm fitting my schedule into God's day and not trying to fit Him into my schedule. That's just the way I function. And I also journal at night, thanking Him and praising Him for everything that He did for that day. And even, writing down my frustrations. Okay, this is not what I thought the day was going to be. How can I improve on it? How can I grow on it? So today I want to talk about journaling. And I'm going to actually share with you a journal entry that I did back in October. But first, let's talk about journaling. How many of you do journal? A lot of times we journal for goals, right? It helps us really cement some stuff. We can write down goals for physical health, for spiritual health, for mental health, and really and truly they all weave together. Where we might be thinking that we're journaling, think of how a lot of times health coaches, nutrition coaches, they ask us to journal what we're eating so they can see what is possibly triggering our inflammation and our issues. Through that journaling for whatever health goal that we're trying to do, that's a physical health goal, we're able to discover things about ourselves mentally and spiritually, right? And we're able to get to the soul of who we are. So it's awesome because how it, regardless of whether you're journaling for spiritual growth, you're able to see the areas that you need to grow physically or mentally. Whether you're journaling for physical growth or strengths, you're going to be able to see where you need to grow and expand mentally and spiritually. So it is just so super awesome. So it strengthens us and it sharpens our sword. And another thing is it allows you to be able to go back and reflect on what you wrote a month ago, 2 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. I don't keep all of my journals. I at a certain point, I realized that they've served their purpose, which was to be able to get things out and on paper. A lot of times my journaling turns into my blog posts. It turns into sharing with you guys. And sometimes they're just super, super private. They are not meant to be shared with anybody but between me and God. So this is a journal entry that is really quite, when I reflect and I look back at it, it's wow. And I felt really compelled to share it with you guys, just because there might be some of you who are out there struggling with some of the same stuff. And I want you to remember that if this is your first time hopping on, again, I am Kelly Frick Connect, here to be able to connect you to your mind, body, soul, spirit of transformation with your health through the support of prayer, EFT, and oils. So this is what I wrote back last year, October 17th. Good morning, Lord. What are my emotions that I am trying, that you are telling me about? What is my pain, my sorrow, my loss? And just real quick, stepping out of the journal entry, I was tapping and using oils. I always start out my prayer with tapping and using oils. So continuing on with the journal entry. Today I weep for my loss. The loss of my baby I never got to hold. My baby I was torn on if I ever wanted. A baby who was an unfortunate pawn in the enemy's game of hurt and destruction. For many years, the enemy convinced me it was my fault I miscarried. He was good at weaving and whispering his lies and doubts in my mind, my heart, and my soul. But the beautiful thing about God is that He doesn't cause death or pain. He surely can redeem it. God showed me after other areas of my life that still needed healing, that needed His word, needed His light. God gently pushed me to look into the deep corners of my heart to examine my whys a bit more closely. He has opened my heart, my soul, my spirit, and love more deeply, more vulnerably, more freely. And that is because he has shown me how to truly love myself. I have no idea when Sam would have been born in October, somewhere around the 20th or 21st. I like to imagine what Saint's Day it would have been, so that therefore which saint is up there guiding Sam to be the saint she or he was meant to be or is. I also like knowing that even though I never got to physically hold her, she is waiting for the day I do get to hold her even more freely. So on the spiritual battlefield, the enemy has lost this battle, because what he intended to be a wound, a hurt, a pain that he probably thought would continue to hurt, that I would continue to hurt from. Instead, I see all God has done to love me through it. So score, Satan 0, God infinity. I think this week I'll use lots of console with balance and serenity, citrus bliss. There are several prayers I can use with my oils, but I'm feeling drawn towards St. Michael's and serenity prayer. Thank you, Lord, for all you do. Love and blessings, Kelly. That is what I journaled. And it just, wow. In the fact of how much growth I had. That was last year in October, and it had been right around 7 years of the miscarriage. And I'm so grateful for everything that he has shown me through this journey. So what I ask you today, this morning, is what area has the enemy tried to break you? Can you see how God has and can redeem it? Remember that we are mind, body, soul, spirit. Work on your spirit. Dig deep. See the whys. Help get to the root of your physical pains, because there is a why behind it. There is an emotion behind it. And with the help and the support of putting God first, your prayer, and using wonderful modalities like EFT and tools like oils will help you release and heal. So you guys have a beautiful and blessed day, and I look forward to sharing with you more soon. Take care and God bless.